Good evening everybody, or good morning, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. It's Granny's Vids. Welcome to Granny's Vids again. I'm just going to do a quick video of my map sensor behaviour. As you know, I said to you today, that's my far side here. It's like a purpley colour as a sensor input into the ECU. What I've done, I've put a little pin through that wire inside here and fed that to my multimeter, which is just sat inside the car there. And I've found a suitable ground down near the alternator, so I've fed those wires around the outside of the car here and into here. So I'm going to take a drive in a minute. I'll turn the multimeter on. You'll see at the moment the ignition's off. 0.09 volts going through the map, which is nothing at all. Now when I put ignition on, I'll get about 5 volts, which means there's no pressure at all in the engine. It goes to 4.53. In a minute I'll start it up and that will go down to 1.5, 2 volts should do, because it's going to be throttle closed, high pressure in the engine. So that means the fuel is lean, or not as much fuel is needed in the engine to make it go, because it's in neutral and it stops. So let's turn the engine on in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to turn the ignition on now. Map sensor's wired up to my multimeter. Ignition is on. 4.55 volts. There's no pressure in the engine, or no vacuum. Okay, it's now got a vacuum in there, so it's gone down. The voltage has gone down. So I'm doing this experiment to see watch the behaviour of my map sensor really before I put the map sensor enhancer in the car. I like to see what it's like when it's got a load going uphill, etc. I'll put my lights on, I think. Okay. So a little bit of acceleration. You see the voltage climbs up a bit. Foot off accelerator. So when I'm going uphill, the volts should go up, nearer to 5 volts really, because it's less pressure in the or less vacuum in the engine. So I'm going about 20 miles an hour now with a light load on my accelerator. So I'll just put my foot off the pedal so it drops again, because my accelerator is off. It's cuts the air off, so therefore as the pistons are sucking the engine of air, it's creating a vacuum. So the actual map sensor senses that and tells the engine not to deliver too much fuel. So I'm going up a hill now, foot a bit further down to the floor, just under 30 miles an hour. It's about 1800 revs. Okay, and I press hard now. It's 4.42, 4.36. Getting a lot of welly there. Easing off a little bit now. So you see that it went up to a lot higher. This is why the map sensor enhancer I'm making. See, I just took my foot off the accelerator there, it's gone down. The actual map sensor I'm building is going to take that voltage off when I'm travelling, to lean that fuel out. So my foot's down again to the floor. It's sucking all that air out of the. It's a bit dark by the way tonight. It's currently I'm just cruising downhill, vacuum high, 1.09 volts. Okay, so I'll give us some more welly. 3 volts, foot to the floor, 4.25. Ease off now, ease off the acceleration. Sorry about the bad quality of it, it's a bit dark at the moment, but it is reading at the moment. I'm foot off the accelerator, I'm just cruising, just drifting now at 1 volt. So fuel demand is less because I'm not accelerating, I'm just cruising, just rolling really. 1.05, 04 volts, then put my foot down again, see it climbs up again. So you get the idea of it with the map sensor. The more sort of gas you need, the higher the volts are from the map sensor, because there's less vacuum in the manifold. And when your throttle plate is closed and you're in idle or just sat in traffic, your vacuum's a lot higher, so the volts go down, and that means the engine doesn't need so much fuel. I've done a lot of research on these map sensors, but I believe that the map sensor is the primary sensor that tells the ECU what fuel to deliver to the pulse width injectors in the engine. So now I'm just cruising about 30 miles an hour, just over 1,000 revs. No foot, my foot's not down at all. Just went under 1 volt then. So, but when I put my foot down, those volts sort of climb up a bit. So I put my foot down now. You see that? The voltage shot up right up there. So the idea of the map enhancer is that you just take off some volts by putting a little bit of resistance in there, and it just leans the fuel out a bit. But you've got to be careful with these things apparently, because if you lean it out too much, you can get your engine too hot as well. So thanks for watching this demonstration of the map sensor in action before modification. Hope it helps any of you guys out there who's doing HHO at the moment. Take care, yeah? So, as an overview of the map enhancer then, so as you can see of the experiment I did, it's a very, very good experiment. I thought helps me out a lot here to understand the map sensor a bit more now. So as you start the engine up, or before you start the engine up, it starts at 4.5 volts. Once the engine started, it comes down to 1.5 volts-ish. On acceleration, volts go up because the vacuum is lower, because the throttle plate is open. The air's gushing in. It's telling the ECU to dump more fuel into the cylinders. Climbing hills, again, the voltage goes high, telling the ECU to dump more fuel in it. When you're cruising, the volts can go down to anything from 1.2, 1.5 volts, telling the ECU to lean out the fuel. So with this enhancer, I can see that I don't have to take a lot of voltage off. Even half a volt is going to be enough, I think. I did a little experiment going on a faster road as well. Again, once you're cruising about 60 miles an hour, the fuel is not needed so much. You can run about, I think I saw about 1.6-ish, 1.5-ish volts, so therefore I could take about half a volt off of that when I'm cruising at say 70, so tell the ECU that it's got 1 volt coming from the map sensor, for example. Anyway, I found the actual this experiment as well. We're really good at if you've got a car without a fuel efficiency computer, like where it tells you miles per gallon, this figure can tell you as you're driving along what you're using or what you're not using fuel really. So if you haven't got a fuel computer on board your car, you can use one of these to tell yourself what sort of fuel you're using. Obviously, the more you go up to 5 volts, the more fuel you're using, the less the volts are, the less fuel you're using. So yeah, it's a good experiment. Hope this helps anyone. By the way, take care. Cheers and ta-da, bye.